Hi everyone. Today I will explain about JVM architecture. So because of it's a very important in Java. First thing is Java compiler. What about the JVM? So those are the understandings very important in Java. So what about first of all before start JVM architecture, we need to basic understand about Java compiler. So what is a Java compiler? What is the work of Java compiler? So in this diagram, first you need to understand basic information. Then we can move to this architecture about JVM. Okay. So actually every Java program we save with the .java extension. Okay. Any Java program you need to save with .java extension. Okay. Then only the file is treated as a Java program. So that is a source file. Okay. User understandable file. So after creation of .java file, Java compiler it will check, okay, whether the file is follow Java syntax or not. If the file is syntactically correct, then Java compiler, when you use Java C command, Java compiler is started. Okay, so Java compiler is check entire file syntactically follow or not. If it is the file is syntactically follow, then Java compiler create one file that is called binary codes. The operating system understandable format file. Entire file is converted into dot class file. Okay, the file contain binary codes. Okay, which operating system you use, that operating system understandable file format only. This file is entire thing binary codes. The binary codes is specific operating system. Okay, so when we use Java command means nothing but a JVM. Okay, so after compiler written file is done, okay, Java JVM is coming to picture. Okay, so what is the work of JVM? Compiler written code is convert into any other operating system understandable format. Okay, actually JVM is doing two things. First is generate output, and that output is convert into specific operating system understandable format. Okay, so that is a work of the JVM, which is also called JRE, Java Runtime Environment. Okay, so when JVM is load into file, first the entire file is load into class loader subsystem. Okay, so what is the work of the class loader subsystem? Whatever the file is load into class loader subsystem. Okay, so the file is written by Java compiler or not, it will check the, okay, so Java compiler written file or not. Okay, so that is a work by is doing by class loader subsystem. Okay, so okay, the file is written by Java compiler only, then that file is entire file is loaded into method area. Okay, so when class is entire class is loaded into method area, in this area create static variable memory. Okay, entire file is loaded into method area, but it's create memory of static variables. Okay, in method area. Next, heap area. In this area, create object memory. Okay, object memory means new. New is one of the object memory. See, in Java, actually two types of memories is there. One is a static, and second one is a new. Okay, for example, static int a equal to 90. So here static is a one memory. So this type of variables memory is created in method area. And objects, for example, I have class name is test. I need to create object of test class. Test t1 is equal to new test. So this is a object memory. Okay, so new is a memory. Okay, here static is a memory. The static memory is allocated in method area. Object is a also one of the piece of memory new is a one memory. The memory is created in heap area. Okay, so instance variables we can store in that object memory. Okay, by default. Okay, next one is third one is Java stack area. So what about Java stack area? Actually, in this area, create threads. By default, those threads are called, one is a main thread, second one is a garbage collection. Okay, one is a main thread, second one is a garbage collection. Main thread work is by default, main method is executed. Okay, so entire class is loaded into method area. In that class contain main method. So that main method is called by main thread by default. Okay, so next GC garbage collection. So garbage collection is not work by default. Okay, wherever we require in that place, if you define system.gc, then only it's a forcefully started by garbage collection. Okay, so actually garbage collection work is clear object memory in heap area. Okay, so that is the work of GC. And fourth one is PC register, programmable control register. So in this area contain each and every line address. Based on this address, the main thread is executed line by line. Okay, one line after another line. How to execute the JVM based on the PC register addresses. Okay, finally fifth one is native method area. In this area contain JVM internal code. Okay, actually JVM is a one application. That application is implemented using C language. Okay, so JVM also one of the application. That application backend is required to execute some functionalities. So those functionalities are executed in native method area with the help of native interface and a native library. Okay, with the help of the library files, then only it is executed. The functionalities about JVM in a native method area. Okay, next execution engine. So execution engine contain two parts. One is the interpreter, second one is the JIT compiler. So interpreter work is, it is a convert line by line code into any other operating system understandable language. See, actually Java is a platform independent programming language. Why? Because it's contain JVM. Okay, why? Because it's contain JVM. So JVM work is compiler written file is load into JVM and it is generate output, and those output is convert into specific operating system understandable format. Okay, so that is the work of JVM. That's why Java is a by default platform independent language. Okay, so here in JVM contain interpreter. So that is the work. Entire work is done by interpreter. Any other operating system understandable format is converted by interpreter. So JIT is a JIT means just in time compiler. It is a provide necessary information to interpreter by default. Okay. So here like a interpreter is a work as a processor, JIT compiler work as a RAM like that. Also we can compare with that those things. Okay. So this is a JVM architecture. Okay, generally what is the uh, difference between compiler and JVM? Compiler work is user written file is check syntactically correct or not, and second work is entire file is converted into specific operating system understandable format. That is the work of compiler. Okay, that is called JDK. Next one is JRE, Java Runtime Environments. So what is the work of the JVM? Compiler written file is loaded into JVM and it will generate output, and those output is converted into specific operating system understandable format. That is the work by JVM. So this is the difference between compiler and JVM. So sometime in interviews also they ask question, what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Okay, so same thing. See, compiler work is user written file is check syntactically correct or not. That is a work by compiler. And one more thing is entire file is converted into specific operating system understandable format. Specific means you are, if you compile with In Windows 10 operating system, the Windows 10 operating system understandable format is converted by compiler. Okay, so entire file is converted into the specific operating system understandable file. That is file is called test.class here, so like that. Okay, test.java file is converted into test.class file, and interpreter is compiler written file. Compiler written file means already that is a binary code. The binary code is converted into another operating system binary code format. Okay, one binary code is converted into another binary code format. That is a line by line conversion here. Interpreter work is. Okay, so that is a difference between compiler and interpreter. So this is a JVM architecture. Okay, everyone is understand? Yes. Thank you.